Alright, and welcome to Panasonic Light Series Season 3, Round 3 here in Kansas as we get set to cap off the first part of the American Tour for this season. Now, to lead off the field, we have Audra Baranowskis and Mark Nutt. As I must stress that this race is happening right after the Sunoco Elite Series race. So we will be racing in their rubber and what? So they do have we do have that going for us. In the next row, we have the two Scandia Austria GP cars in Michael Kennedy and Peter Onjak. Kennedy in the Banana Boat 15. Onjak in the Sinclair Oil number 13. Onjak's had an amazing start to the season so far in terms of qualifying averages. Whether those qualifying outcomes have played into his favor is another thing. In the next row, we have Vladimir Petrov and Derek Hamill, both are teammates looking to get out of the shout of the other half of the team. That's what I was going to say. Speaking of teammates, number 61 of Gatlin Downey is right behind Vladimir Petrov, and to the outside will be Jack Bignacco. By the way, Gatlin Downey will be kicked out of the series next season, mainly because of a rule change coming in to change a loophole that was exploited. In the last row in the top 10, Jack Bignacco, by the way, had an amazing start to the season for a rank seat for Curtis Racing, and he hopes to continue this performance. In the last row, we had Ricky Freeman Jr. in the number 30 Target Chevrolet, which is cursed that he's top 10. And to his outside, we have Sean Ard. Sean Ard in the NOS Energy Drink 18 Honda looks to try and take Glory's Day, something he has failed to do in every other one of his starts. This is his last season in the series with Freeze Racing Team. We will now go through the rest of the grid, and I must stress that like I said, this is right after Sunoco Elite Series race, so we do have rubber from them still on the track. We did wait for a bit until after they got done with that. We gave them like an hour to do all that before we even started rolling cars out onto the pit road. This is mid-pit pace lap where we paused it. And so I will send it down to the start of the race here in Kansas. And so here we are, 32 drivers rolling down to the green flag. And Audra Baranowskis will lead them down, but it will be Mark Nutt taking the lead at the line. But it will not be Mark Nutt taking the lead coming into turn 1 and 2. That will be Audra Baranowskis. Baranowskis has a challenger in Michael Kennedy, though, as he's right behind her. Michael Kennedy looking to try and take the lead from Audra Baranowskis right away and lead this first lap, and it looks like he will. Michael Kennedy is going to try to chop off number 35 car of Audra Baranowskis. He won't do so, but he will get the lead for this lap. Mark Nutt going to try to follow the 15 car on the inside. But now Audra Baranowskis with a load of steam on the outside, trying to figure out a way past this 15 car. Gatlin Downey already up here in the top 5, and so is Ricky Freeman Jr. Help. Ricky Freeman Jr. looks to almost get moved by Vladimir Petrov, but not quite. as it will still be Michael Kennedy leading us around. It's also Gatlin Downey with the fastest lap at the moment. That's honestly not surprising considering how he's been moving up through the pack. Another driver we expect to be moving up through the pack is Chris Louviere. And the number 04 of Milorad Ryback, as he's getting stuck behind. Well, I wouldn't even say stuck. He's just stuck on the outside for a bit. But he's right behind Sean Ard as we go almost 3 wide. But Chris Louviere will be a driver on a mission today, as he did not get the best of qualifying. Mark Nutt leads the lap now, as we did not see that pass. We will see this pass though from Mark Nutt, from Michael Kennedy to take the lead and potentially bring his teammate along with him. But Audrey Baranowskis also will pass the number 61 car of Gatlin Downey. Sebastian Kukulon's up here. He's had the best run of his season so far. In fact, I think this is the best run of his career at the moment. In that number 12 Procore Xbox Ford Mustang. Peter Onjak trying to lead a lap, but Audra Baranowskis is trying to deny him of that, considering that she has not even led a lap herself yet. She only has had the pole bonus. It will now be Audra Baranowskis leading us, and also Audra Baranowskis has taken the fastest lap award right from Gatlin Downey. Kyle Schock Jr. is up here. This is one of his best runs. I still wouldn't say it's better than his La Colina run last season until it came up short by virtue of someone having a bad pit exit timing. But now Kyle Schock Jr. trying to justify that loss with a win here today. And he has a fast enough car to do so. Right now. I do believe he is one of the 4 fastest cars on the track, which he is. Speaking of fastest cars on the track, 6th fastest car on the track right now is the 29 car of Tim Randolph. I expect to see him up here by the end of this race. Gatlin Downey's in the lead right now, and Kyle Schock Jr. is trying to take that lead right from that 61 Toyota, the Tabasco Fiasco. It was a fiasco trying to get sponsorship for that 61, but now the 12 car abandons the 19, and the 71 trying to get up there and challenge his teammate, trying to take the limelight right back from the 61s, the team that he was so ungracefully removed from after last season, after having an extraordinarily good season. That is the same exact team that he worked with, just a different driver in Gatlin Downey. Gatlin Downey really did him dirty, if I'm honest. But now, as we look back here, on the outside line lays Ricky Freeman Jr. to the outside, along with Vladimir Petrov and Audra Baranowskis. Vladimir Petrov will hold off the inside line, and more specifically Grace Takayama, who has been on the charge ever since the start of this race. Oh, we do have a spin, I think. Oh, it's a hard wreck between Yuki Tamura and Elijah Emmis. That's going to be a tough break for them, as the yellow flag is out, and we will race it back to the line. It'll be Gatlin Downey and Sebastian Kukulon taking us to the green next time we go. Oh my gosh. This is why they're professional drivers, guys. I really thought that Kyle Schock Jr. and Kukulon were gone, but proved me wrong. Now, but we're going to take a look at what happened with Yuki Tamura and the number 20 of Elijah Ennis. That's 2 Toyotas involved in a wreck. This was an unfortunate time to be 3 wide for these cars, but it was Bobby Jones trying to get a side draft off of Sebastian Morandi that spawned this incident. I do believe that the 20 was an innocent bystander in all this, and Bobby Jones nearly flipped over. But other than that, everything seems to be... I don't know how the stewards are going to look at this, but hopefully nobody has to get penalized, but I'm afraid someone might. So here we are coming back to the green flag for this race. Green's back in the air. Vladimir Petrov holds the fastest lap at the moment, but by a hair over the 35 of Audrey Baranauskas as we all come into turn number 1 and 2. Sebastian Kukulon looking to make a move on Gatlin Downey and making it soon. He's going to try to make it. Kukulon to the inside of the 61 car of Gatlin Downey. Downey to the outside. Who will lead the lap? It will be Kukulon. Kukulon by a nose. Kukulon will take it by a nose. Now, to the inside goes Kyle Schock Jr. Kyle Schock Jr. gets chop blocked by the 12 of Sebastian Kukulon. Now, here we come down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. The 29 car's up here, as I aforementioned. That's just because he's been good all season. And so has Jack Bignacco. And Chris Louvieres made his way up to the mid part of the field, which is honestly, well, towards the mid part of the field compared to where he started. As now Ryback's actually challenging for a top 10 position, as he is 13th right at the moment. But right now, the top 3 is Sebastian Kukulon, Kyle Schock Jr., Tim Randolph, with Audrey Baranauskas and Gatlin Downey in tow, along with Vladimir Petrov and Grace Takayama. Then we have the number 36 of Tristan Wilhoit and the 93 of Jack Bignacco. 30 car of Ricky Freeman will probably be in the last part of the top 10. And he is falling like a rock at the moment. And who's on the move at the moment? The number 04 car of Milorad Ryback. Chris Louvieres, I do believe, is trying to find a way through these cars. Bobby Jones does not seem off the pace at the moment, as Tim Randolph gets shoved wide. Sebastian Kukulon continues to lead. Sebastian Kukulon could very well take this win and absolutely come from nowhere to take this win just like he did this lead. At the moment, here comes Audrey Baranauskas though, charging towards the 12 Mustang. But not if the 19 has anything to say about it. 19 coming to the outside with help from Kukulon. Kukulon gave him a bit of a draft though, that hurt him in the end part of the straightaway. And Tim Randolph's coming to the inside of Kyle Schock Jr. now. Schock is also part-time in the elites. We have another yellow. Oh, it is a hard wreck for Michael Candidate, up and over. And it does involve the number 55 car of Stephen Thompson. That's going to be a hard break for him. We're going to see what happened to the 15th car. That looked like it was a heavy hit in order for him to even be flipping. We will go take a look. It was a simple miscalculation by the 26th car of Hunter Milk, a rookie mistake, and it just went into the wrong part of the wall. Everyone is okay. The PLS safety has really gone up since season 1, when Vladimir Petrov got injured, because that was a scary wreck of its own. but it is good to see everyone get out of the car okay, even if they were a bit winded from the wreck. The 15 car would have been the one probably injured in that incident, considering he had an awkward angle, awkward position. But now everyone goes into the pits for, except for the pace car, for gas and tires. Well, okay, when I said everyone came in for gas and tires, I forgot about someone. Bobby Jones did not come in because he did have an earlier stop. This won't work in his favor, but it is at least good to see him try to make this strategy work for him. As we come down to the green take it, Kukulon's going to be caught out by Bobby Jones, and Audra Baranowskis will take what is essentially the lead, because Baranowskis is going to come barreling past Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones honestly lasted a bit longer than I thought he would have. I thought Kukulon was going to dispatch of him quite quickly, actually. Chris Louviere has had trouble getting past the 2020s as of now. No real reason for that. Bobby Jones is trying to make a comeback pass on Tim Randall, and he's really trying to hold on to this pack, and honestly he's holding on to the 61 and 35 for a lot longer than I thought he would have. I thought he would have been falling like a rock the moment he got past. But now we have a battle between the 61 and 35. Audra Baranowskis, Gatlin Downey. 45 car of Grace Takayama to the inside of Bobby Jones, as now Kukulon has a penalty to serve. I do believe he did jump the start and tried to go down to the inside of Bobby Jones, and in the process drew a black flag for that, because he did have his nose underneath the 89 car at one point, and well, POS rules are wonky, and Grace Takayama also has the fastest lap. She also has second place, looking to get past Gatlin Downey. As now I think that will go to, it goes to Mile Red Ryback again. Ryback's on the charge, I think. Yes, he is. Ryback coming to pass Vladimir Petrov, someone who almost dumped him the last time we were out. And he's going to make quick work of the Russian. And honestly, probably squeezed him a bit more than what other people would have. I don't blame him. Tim Randolph to the inside of the 45 car. That is going to be for second place behind Gatlin Downey. But now Takayama fighting back on the outside. She has help. And actually, she tugged along Audra Baranowskis, and that disturbed the air of the 29 just a bit. It's just enough to allow the 45 to go to the outside of the 61. New leader potentially as we head into turns 1 and 2 once more. And they go 3 wide behind Grace Takayama. New leader Grace Takayama from Japan. Now we go back here for 3 wide. Battling. Ryback's back here as well. He's the most aggressive guy in this pack at the moment, which is why I am stressing that he's here. And at the moment though, Gatlin Downey's being sent to the rear end of this pack, including by his teammate Vladimir Petrov. And he's going to continue falling to the back. Meanwhile, Grace Takayama, Audra Baranowskis run 1-2 for Bavarian Race Sport. This is their best outing of the season so far. The 29 this is the Bavarian Race Sport we're used to seeing under the name Jägermeister. Audra Baranowskis really blocking for her teammate at the moment, and that's honestly what Baranowskis is best known for. She's a team player, but she has no other choice but to go after Grace Takayama at the moment. Ali Nelson's also up here in the top 5. Gotta give him credit. Mile Red Ryback, this is a bit more of his style of track, or oval at least, as he won at Calder Park in Season 1, and won at one of the more faster-paced tracks of La Colina, so naturally he fits in here. But now, his teammate, Tim Randolph, is looking for a lead, and he's going to pull one away from Andre Baranowskis, and to the lead goes to the 29 Ditech Motorsports Chevrolet, and the car sponsored by Pepsi itself. Up for Tim Randolph. Oh, Ali Nelson did not get a good run off the corner by being pinched down by the experienced veteran of Andre Baranowskis, and Ryback's going to actually come up and try to disturb the 45 car just a bit, which will hurt the 35 in the process. And now we come back down the backstretch. Andre Baranowskis honestly has gotten better with her teammates over time. Ali Nelson looking for the lead right now over Tim Randolph, though. Tim Randolph's going to have probably no issue handing this off, considering that Mile Red Ryback is right there and is probably faster than him right now. He still holds the fastest lap, so would not put it past them to be essentially agreeing on a swap sort of thing. I mean, they can't communicate together, but I mean, he's faster. Randolph is trying to hold himself in third place at the moment. Ryback's trying to pull him along with him, but Ryback's unsuccessful at the moment. But I think he will get Tim Randolph with him at the moment, and that's good because he's going for the lead on Ali Nelson because of trying to pull Tim Randolph. He got such a huge run on Nelson. New leader, number 04 from Belarus, Mile Red Ryback, as we come into the last part of the race. Kukulon sadly is way far out of this. He could have been in this race had he not had that black flag pinned on him. I think it's also safe to say that Ryback's fastest lap is pretty safe. Gatlin Downey is falling through the order. I don't know why, because he's supposed to be extremely good at these types of tracks. Instead, what's happening is that Ryback, a fish out of water he should be in this race, is leading. And to the inside of him goes the number 77 of Ali Nelson, looking to try and take the lead once more from the Belarusian. The 04 trying to fight back, but there's no point in fighting back when your teammate's coming after that lead as well. Vladimir Petrov now coming up to the front of this pack as Grace Takayama gets in behind her teammates. Now what can Tim Randolph do right now? Oh, Vladimir Petrov trying to screw over Mile Red Ryback again? It looks like it. If Andre Baranowskis pulls out with her teammate though. I don't think it'll be successful considering Randolph's had such great runs off the corner, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was either. Ryback's actually going to get clear of the 71 car almost. But right now, the 35 and 45 are trying to find a way to get past the 77 car of Ali Nelson. Here we go, down into turns 3 and 4. Andre Baranowskis and the Jägermeister BMW will take the lead heading into the next lap probably, because she has the inside line right here, and that is more precious than anything on this track. Ryback's having issues on the inside with his tires. He must have burned them off in that dash to get to the lead. He's going to allow his teammate to get in front of him. Either that or you just had a really awkward narrow line, with both of which are not going to be shocking, considering it is Ryback. Speaking of shock, Shock's running in the 7th position at the moment. And how about Dan Luisen holding himself in the top 10 with that Pontiac team doing an extraordinary job once again here today, showing why he's one of the best in the business at the moment. Grace Takayama now overtaking her teammate for the lead. Now, Audra Baranowskis has really changed from her teammate wrecking ways that she had in the Sunoco Elite Series. So, would not be shocked to see them work together just a bit. Here's we have only a few more laps remaining, 6 to be precise. And now, we come down into turns 3 and 4 once more. We're looking for 5 to go when we cross the stripe. Mile-Rad Ryback's actually gotten past the 29 again. He's going to pull his teammate back in line. Thankfully, he's not a bad teammate either. Ryback trying to get back by the 35 car. He could very well do it. He's the most aggressive driver in the field, but he's got to do it within the next 4 laps. But instead, he has a terrible entry into the corner looking for a lead, or he could just be backing up to suck up back to the car of the 35 car. But if that's the case, then why would he be so slow into corner entry? I think he's going to end up letting his teammate by again. But the teammate says, no thank you, I will keep this position. And now they get on the charge because guess what? Both of the Jägermeister cars are starting to fight over the lead with only 3 laps remaining. Coming down, it's going to come down to the wire. And now the 2 Ditech cars fight, but this is a bit more lopsided for Tim Randolph's favor. I think Ryback actually let him by, but Ryback's now going to go to the inside of Randolph. And that's because he saw something that Randolph probably didn't. And now we come to the white flag. Gatlin Downey and Vladimir Petrov are here. Oh, Petrov nearly spun his teammate. Now to the inside goes Ryback. Ryback looking for the lead with 2 to go. We have 2 laps remaining. Here we go, down into turn 3 and 4 to take the white. One flag remaining, and that will be the checkered after this. Coming out of turns 3 and 4. And into the tri-oval to take the white flag. 1 lap remaining. And Ryback's going to get shoved wide by his teammate of Tim Randolph. What can Gatlin Downey do now? I think Randolph did it a bit too soon, but if he did it a bit too late, he might not have ever had a shot. Down into 3 and 4. If anyone was able to challenge Gatlin Downey, it was going to be the 29 car. Coming to the checkered flag, Tim Randolph will steal his 2nd win from his teammate, and it will be a Ditech Motorsports 1-3 for the Chevrolets. And what an extraordinary effort out of Jägermeister to get 2 other cars in the top 5 for M5. And is that Chris Louviere I see up here? Louviere got 12th place out of all this, as Kristen Woolley shot his tires in the foot. Ryback will get the fast lap reward, but it will be the 29 car of not Vladimir Petrov, but the 29 car of Tim Randolph taking the checkered flag and the win here today. In 2nd position, as we pause this live feed to go to a picture, coming in 2nd place, Gatlin Downey, again showing his muscle. Coming in 3rd, like I've said, is the guy on your screen right now, Mile-Rad Ryback. Grace Takayama comes in 4th place. 5th goes to Audra Baranowskis, the guy behind the man on your screen, the woman behind the man on your screen. Oh fuck, sorry, I'm tired. It's 10 in the morning, It's 10 in the night here, so I do apologize if I misspeak. In 6th position goes to Vladimir Petrov for Gatlin Downey Incorporated. In fact, all of the top 6 belong to the same teams. Then we have Dan Luisen riding in 8th position. 9th goes to Derek Hamill. 10th to Kyle Shock Jr., who just managed to take it. Hunter Milk goes to 11th. 12th goes to the 98 car of Chris Louviere, who had to fight back from pretty far back to get here. So that's a pretty good run for him. And then we have the following: Jack Bignacco, Priya McShane, Jeremiah Dwayne, number 7 car of Matthew Blackley, the 18 of Sean Ard, and then Maestro Maldonero. 19th goes to Mark Nutt. 20th goes to Ricky Freeman Jr. after having such a strong qualifying effort. 21st goes to the damaged car, and honestly, I would say this is probably one of the best drives of the night, considering he had worn tires. The best drive, in my opinion, belongs to Bobby Jones. If it doesn't go to Chris Louviere. Then we have Peter Onjak, who fell off after the first stint. The 23rd position goes to Sebastian Morandi. 24th goes to the 36th car of Tristan Wilhoit. It is said that his tires did fall off quite extremely. They did pick up some debris from previous wrecks that caused some concern for Tristan Wilhoit at the end there, so that's why he dropped like a rock. 41st goes to, not 41st, that would be in Sunoco Elite Series. 25th goes to Avril Mead. This has not been her best run of the season. 26th goes to Carter Friesen in the number 0. 27th goes to the number 37 of Brian Anders. 28th goes to Sebastian Kukulon. 1 lap down, though he did not deserve that penalty. I do believe that there will be some sort of compensation. I do hope that there will be some way he can get all this back. The 15 car slots himself in as the first car out of the race. And then you have Steven Thompson, Elijah Ennis, and Yuki Tamura. Without further ado, we will now go to the burnouts and your points.